Hi guys, today I want to talk about fretless. Um, Here I have a fretless bass, an Ibanez Gary Willis. I don't remember which model it is, but anyways, 5-string fretless bass. As you probably know, fretless means that there are no frets in my fretboard, so it is completely flat. I have here this sort of brown signs here that help me to see where is the actual note, but the fretboard is actually completely flat, just like the one from, for example, a violin or a cello. So the main problem that everybody knows about fretless is intonation, tuning, because you have to be very, very careful and put the finger exactly where the note is, because the fretless doesn't forgive. I mean, if you're playing here, for example, I'm playing a G, I'm playing exactly over the brown sign, so my note is in tune. But if I play just a little bit in another place, the note coming out is not in tune, it's a little lower and it sounds bad. So you have to be very, very careful in playing exactly where the note is. Here the signs help me to see where I have to play, but some fretlesses have no signs at all, so it's even harder to play. So you have to know where the note is and play exactly in that place. Anyways, I advise you to, no matter if you're playing fretless or fretted bass, you always have to be careful to play exactly over the fret, even if you're playing fretted bass, because if you're playing over the fret, exactly over the fret, you're getting the best, the cleanest, clearest note. So and also if you are used to playing exactly over the fret, also in fretted bass, if you go to play a fretless, you will be comfortable because you're used to it. But anyways, the main thing that I want to talk about today is not intonation, it's the quality of our notes. Especially I want to talk about long notes, because when I first started playing fretless, I found it very, very hard actually. Intonation was hard, but actually the toughest thing for me was playing long notes and make them sound steady, make them sound good all the time. I mean, in my mind, fretless bass has always been similar to a cello, for example, and I love this thing, like playing long notes with this warm tone and maybe make a little bit of vibrato. I've always found very useful. You know, that's the thing that I've always loved, and but it's tough because when I first started, my sound, when I was playing long notes, my sound was a little bit unsteady, was not constant at all. And so today I want to give you a little tips in order to make your sound more constant, more like a cello. Um, I want to start with a major scale, which you probably know already. We're gonna play a C major scale, and what I want to do today is I want to play that very slow. I want to play slow, but I don't want to play short notes like. I mean, that's a good exercise, but it's another thing. I want to talk today about long notes. I want to talk about the length, and so we're gonna play slow, and the notes are gonna be very, very long, and there almost have to be no pause among the notes. So I'm playing, starting from the C, of course, from the root. I'm playing that for a while, and then can see, I'm playing them long. I'm making almost no pause among the notes, and you have to be very careful. Your sound has to be steady. The quality of your sound has to be always the same. Your volume has to be pretty much always the same, no matter if you're using your middle finger or your pinky or your index. No matter what is your finger, the finger that you're using, your volume, your sound has to be steady. Which means that you have to use pretty much always the same amount of pressure in this hand, because it's so important to have always the same pressure here. Even after a while, your pressure has to be always the same, because if you diminish your pressure, your sound is going to be very bad. You're getting this sort of, that's not good at all. So always the same pressure here. And here you also have to be very careful here with the right hand. You're not gonna play something like, it's not good. As you probably know, the best way to get a good bass tone is to hit your finger in the upper string. For example, if here I'm playing the E string, and my fingers are hitting the upper string, which is the B string, because I'm playing a 5-string bass. So you have to be careful in the hit your upper string. For example, I'm playing E string and I'm gonna hit the B string. So I'm getting a warm, full tone, and that's what I'm looking for. So if you combine these few aspects that I've been talking about, you're playing the scale in this way. As you probably notice, I also like to vibrate my notes. Of course, when you're playing fretless bass, you usually don't vibe the notes by bending them, by bending the strings. You vibrate pretty much like a cello, as I was talking about previously. So here it is. Enjoyed this lesson, and if you did, you can leave a like. If you have any questions, you can write below in the comments, and feel free to subscribe to my channel, and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.